everyone, and welcome to a very special episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. This is where we're going to be reviewing WWE films, whether they're good or bad.
Good or bad?
Most likely bad.
Most likely.
Are there any good ones? I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out.
In the coming weeks and months.
We'll find out.
So this is the first one.
Because this isn't the chaperone one.
Yeah.
If you were thinking they're going to leave with the chaperone.
Oh, God, do we have to eventually do that one?
Well, sure. That's probably perfect for this.
Yeah.
Anyways.
WWE Flintstones.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait for the Jetsons.
We have to do that one.
That one looks amazing.
Maybe we'll do new ones as they come out.
Yeah.
And then the others we'll catch up on. That would be
Anyways,
cool.
I'm Andrew Pisano,
Hey.
along with my brother Joe Pisano.
That is me.
And Eric Hamilton. of
Yo.
course.
Hamilton. Nothing
Good
much,
stuff.
man.
Yeah.
We just had some good pizza for those of
Had
you that
some
were
good
listening
pizza.
live.
Oh, my goodness.
We
I'm so
Facebook
full.
lived it.
Yeah.
And I'm so sick.
Josh said it was better than
I'm
Little
not
Caesars.
crazy full. Maybe I didn't. I felt like I had
I
half a
am.
calzone. I had 2 cheese and 1 or 2 meatball. That's a
Yeah.
lot of pizza.
I had a lot of pizza because I didn't have any calzone, so I just had tons of pizza.
Tons of pizza.
So yes, we're starting the WWE film reviews with the
Yes.
first one,
Right.
The Marine
Yeah.
from 2006. You know, technically they made one called No Holds Barred in like '89 or whatever. You know, maybe we'll do that one day. But we're starting when
But
they,
was that WWE Films?
No.
It couldn't have been.
No.
It was just written and produced by Vince McMahon.
yeah, exactly.
And everyone's really destroyed that one. I mean, we can get to it eventually.
Yeah.
It's not on the top.
But
of
this
our
is the
list, though.
first WWE Films movie,
Yes.
The Marine.
The Marine.
starring John Marina.
So,
Starring John Cena as John Triton.
yeah, Triton.
I want to read the
King
synopsis
Triton.
before we get into it. 'Cause
You
I
do?
have-
Go for it.
This is a synopsis that like a fan wrote on IMDb, and it's like the one they use for the IMDb. Okay,
Right.
John Triton is a heroic Marine who returns home after being discharged against his will from the Iraq War. Stateside, he finds himself back in action when a group of murderous diamond thieves on the run kidnap his wife. With everything on the line, the Marine will stop at nothing to carry out his toughest and most important mission.
that was on IMDb?
That's, yeah.
Nice.
Someone put that on IMDb, and that's what they got. So I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty accurate.
And
Yeah, I'll go with that.
it basically, so the opening is 20th Century Fox
Yep.
in association with WD. So it's, you see the 20th Century, dun 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 dun. Then you see WWE Films.
Yes.
And then it goes into where it's starting. And then it says again on the screen, 20th Century Fox
Yeah.
in association with WWE Films.
Right.
Then that falls apart, and it goes to
The title
they're
screen?
zoomed in, and they're pulling out, and it's just John Cena in a full Marine uniform,
Yeah.
with the words "The Marine"
Yeah.
next to him,
And he's like
and
saluting.
he does like the fastest salute of all time.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah. It was very weird.
and then it starts.
When have you ever seen the title screen look
yeah,
like that?
and like the star character is like, "What's up?
like you think if they would
Welcome to the movie.
Have fun."
welcome to the movie, you think if they'd ever do that, it'd be like for a superhero movie.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
look, it's Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's in the shot. Like, it was very weird. So,
Well, I mean, technically, this is a superhero movie. This was the official birth of Super Cena.
it pretty much is, yeah.
Yeah.
And this was Cena's first film, so he's really not that good of an actor.
Some say
yet.
this
Yeah.
is where he became unpopular.
yeah.
After this. Yeah. So the first scene we see is Cena in Iraq, brutally murdering some terrorists who have 3 Marines hostage. He's just a total badass, killing everyone. He's a killing machine.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And then
Well, let's sit on that for a second because
Yeah.
do you guys know how many terrorists were killed in that opening scene
10.
8?
by John Cena?
8?
How many?
How many?
Now I didn't include some of the
Oh,
helicopter
because then they
shots.
had to leave and
Then they went
escape.
outside.
Oh,
And then they're
yeah.
like, "Oh, how do we get by these? How do we get around them? We go through
don't."
them."
So John Cena personally killed 17 terrorists in that room, and they all had guns.
Yeah.
And they all had guns facing him, and he did the whole like hold it at my dick level.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
was just like Like shooting from the
Oh,
hip
yeah.
with no
Yeah,
accuracy
I mean,
whatsoever.
Dick level is ideal if you need to kill a lot of guys.
He really belongs like in the Expendables.
And, and,
He
and
was one of
if,
them.
and if these guys have no aim themselves whatsoever.
No.
not
These
at all.
guys were stormtrooper level aim.
They're basically the team from Spaceballs.
yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, after that, he gets discharged for disobeying orders.
A direct order.
The direct orders were to not save the Marines.
Yes.
Like, what are you risking? You're in Iraq. What's the risk?
The worst case scenario, he gets shot in the face immediately.
Like, hey, we don't want to save these 3 Marines. Fall back. Fall back to what?
No, you know what
Yeah.
they said? We're on our way. And he goes, it's not going to last that long.
Well, yeah, 'cause
I'm
they're
going
about
in.
to chop
not
one
enough,
guy's
not
heads
enough
off.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
So what on God's green earth
Yeah.
were
So-
they trying to do
I have
when they
no idea.
discharge him?
So look, this is the scene of him getting discharged, and it's so great.
Be discharged. You served your unit, your corps, and your country with honors. Walk away with dignity.
Asshole.
Colonel, I'm a Marine.
Not anymore.
One of the best. Remember that.
What do you say?
One of the best.
Remember that.
Remember that. But unfortunately,
No, get
per our rules,
my property.
the number one rule of Army is listen
Don't
to us.
save your fellow Marines.
Yeah.
Don't do it, you son of a bitch.
It's like, here's the, what is the special medal that the president gives out, like for people that save lives?
Oh,
Like the
The Purple Heart?
The Purple
Yeah,
Heart.
yeah.
Here's your Purple Heart and your discharge papers for not listening to us.
Get the fuck out. Yeah. So now it's time to meet the villain of the movie,
Oh, man.
played by Robert Patrick,
Great villain.
who you may know him best as the
Dun, 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 dun,
T-1000
dun.
from Terminator 2. And his name in the movie's Rome. He's just Rome. He's the bad guy, Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wants to rob a jewelry store. And his plan to rob it is very simple. Punch the security guard in the face, take his gun, and threaten to kill a woman in the store who's actually in on it.
Right.
That's his plan. Just walk in, punch the security guard, give me the diamonds.
Basically.
And it
That's all you
works.
gotta do.
And it totally works. And the employee that gives him the jewels is in on it too. But then he decides to shoot and kill him anyway.
Because the guy's like, hey, man, you gotta hit me. It's
gotta look real.
It's real.
And then he shoots him and he's like, that's real. The one-liners in this movie
I know.
are just fucking awful.
Hey, did you? I know I'm just gonna go back for a second.
Yeah.
When they were like bench pressing weights, they were in that weight room, and
Right.
the guy's coming in and goes,
Yeah.
Cena, and the commander or whatever walks in,
Uh-huh.
and he goes, as you were, gentlemen. There were clearly women soldiers in that room, and like I guess we were still before the time of like worrying about what they were saying there.
I guess.
Back to what you were doing, you bunch of cocks.
Yeah.
So also, after they rob the jewelry store, they leave. There's also a black guy on the team, and his job is simply to blow up the one cop car that shows up
That's
with
right.
a bazooka.
What's a bazooka? Yeah.
Now, when
One
you
cop
say-
car.
When you say black guy, this is like the most overly black guy I've ever
it's
seen.
such a stereotypical black guy in
Like-
a movie.
like nobody's
And they make it
business.
obvious that
You know who
it's a
he is?
stereotypical black guy.
You know
in
what
a
his
movie.
only other real scene was?
What?
I knew it instantly when I saw him. He was. Do you remember in The Matrix where those two
Yes!
brothers get shot?
Oh my
He's the
God!
brother
He's
that
the
gets
brother.
shot second but dies, not the
That's
one that gets
right.
shot first and lives.
Oh my god.
He's like,
yes.
no! And then
Yeah. That's right. He was in the fucking
Yeah.
Matrix.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So yeah, his one job is to blow up the
Dozer
one. The
or
one
whatever.
cop car shows up to
Yeah,
a
Dozer.
a diamond robbery,
Yeah.
basically. So then we go back to Super Cena, and he comes home to his super hot wife.
And I forgot who this was.
You did?
For Nip
Nip
Tuck
Tuck?
fans, it's Kimber from Nip Tuck, Kelly Carlson.
Yeah.
Amazing. Gorgeous,
super
gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Like perfect face, great body.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
And in this movie, she's the perfect wife.
She is.
Like Cena just keeps screwing up, and she's like, "Oh, it's fine."
Let's go away.
That's the most
go.
unrealistic
We're
part.
broke as fuck, but let's go away.
You don't have a job. I don't have a job.
I said at
Yeah,
home,
like,
I read
she
books
doesn't
all
work.
day.
Like they've got a Lincoln Navigator. What? Like how is
Yeah.
they affording
No, her
that?
parents had money. You have to make up your own backstory.
You have to
fill the plot holes with your own ideas.
Exactly.
I mean, he's in the military and they have nice stuff. So, her parents had money.
Yeah.
Then he leaves the military. She's like, it's okay. We have millions on our account.
Maybe they
go be a security guard just so you can fucking do something.
Maybe they robbed a jewelry store back
Maybe they did.
They probably did.
That's really good.
So
Cena's overreacting to every reaction.
right.
Or overacting.
God.
Yeah.
Every reaction that he's like, "Bleh?"
Yeah, it's like Arnold's. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, because this is his first movie, right? Like he's gotten a little bit better now.
He has gotten way better.
But he's kind of just like his facial expressions.
Right? Like when the news comes out, like, oh, these security guards are supposed to protect us, but who will protect us from them? And he's like, I don't know what happened.
Who watches?
That's not me. Oh, that's
who watches The Watchmen?
Yeah.
So he has to start his new job as security for some building, and his first mission there is to throw a thug out who's harassing his ex-girlfriend, and he ends up kicking his ass along with his entire posse. Yeah. And then he throws one of the guys through a window, which gets him fired.
What I don't understand is why didn't they just make him like his life is a pro wrestler?
Exactly.
Because he's doing stuff pro wrestlers do in real life.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. So he goes home. He doesn't tell his wife what happened, but luckily for this scene, it's the #1 story on the news that night. And someone
Well, if you really think about it, he threw a guy through a glass window in a downtown building. Like, that might be on the news.
And this was like right around when the iPhone came out.
Yeah.
Like maybe before.
That was very good video quality.
And someone did someone just have a fucking camera outside the building just filming him throwing people out?
Yeah, exactly.
So, and again, his wife's totally fine with every mistake he makes. So they go on vacation. Yay. And then we go back to the evil black guy whose name is Morgan in the movie.
Yeah.
He goes to a body shop and the guy there offers him rock candy, but he declines. And his reason is, because of that one time. And it pays off later, but I was actually surprised. I thought they were never going to pay it off. It's the weirdest part in the movie.
It's so weird.
We'll get to that part later. So he's there to pick up a getaway car, and they give him a minivan. But a black man can't drive a minivan. How could a black guy drive a minivan?
He says.
I mean, this guy goes off
on a long rant.
Black guy can't drive no minivan.
Well, so this character talks about him being black the entire movie.
That's his character. He just keeps reminding us that he's black.
Right.
I don't understand.
I don't understand. I feel like they wanted comedy in this film, but they forgot to hire comedy writers.
Exactly, yeah.
Because the comedy's so horrible.
Right.
It's so bad.
But it's still 20th Century Fox.
Right. You would think they would have put some effort.
It's really their movie, not WWE's movie.
Technically, yeah.
WWE still hasn't produced a single movie by themselves. Right. So instead he steals a Cadillac. He steals a Cadillac. He doesn't take.
Is this when he looks right into the camera and smiles?
Yes.
You're like, wait, what? Now you're breaking the fourth wall?
A Cadillac.
Right.
He's like,
like his wife just needed to come and be like, "Oh, ciao." Like, Jesus.
Yeah. So then we go back to John and his wife driving. They're already in the car. They've decided we're going on vacation. They're in the car and they still don't know where they're going on vacation.
Yeah. Let's just go for a drive.
Let's just get in and drive.
His wife, Kate, suggests the beach, and John says, I think I've seen enough sand lately. Because he was just in Iraq.
Yeah.
So he's seen enough sand.
A lot of sand.
That pays off too, actually. So
it does later.
They stop at a gas station where the bad guys just happen to be, and a Camaro cop car pulls up.
Yeah. Not even cop, highway patrol.
Highway patrol.
Right.
A Camaro, though.
A Camaro
that looks
patrol.
like a
there was a time, I want to say around this movie, when a lot of cops had sports cars for some reason.
Yeah.
And that just, you don't see them anymore.
No.
For some reason.
They used to be we live near Sugarland. There used to be them in Sugarland.
Yeah.
And they got rid of them.
Right. And they went to Forerunners.
Yeah.
Now they have these beautiful SUVs.
Right. But they're why do you guys need a supercharger? Why do you need the super fast car for Sugarland?
Right. Yeah.
What you're gonna? I mean, come on.
That one little stretch of Highway 6.
Are you street racing at night?
Right. Right.
So yeah, the Camaro cop car pulls up, and the officer asks Rome about his Cadillac. And he's just asking him hey, his Cadillac, and then Robert Patrick is just a complete idiot. He's like, oh yeah, what happens there stays there, and he's like, what? He's like, the Vegas sticker, and he's like, oh, Oh, yeah, this is my brother's car. Yeah, it's my brother's car.
Yeah, what?
No, you fucking idiot. Why would you
Just say,
that?
oh, yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, of course. I forgot. I put it there like, 5 years ago. I
Yeah.
forgot about it.
Yeah.
People forget about their bumper stickers all the time.
Right.
I still see, Bush Cheney 04 bumper stickers. Take your fucking like that. It's over.
That's the thing about bumper stickers. They don't come off very easily.
Right.
That's why you don't put them on your car.
John Kerry 04.
Who has bumpers anymore? Like old school bumpers anyway.
Right. So he's just talking to him, and then Morgan just decides to shoot the cop in the back of the head.
Right.
Because fuck that cop.
Like close range.
Oh, yeah.
There should have been blood all over Robert Patrick's face.
Kind of like The Matrix. When,
Yes.
when she goes, dodge this, and shoots him right in the head. So, yeah, a lot of Matrix references. No, not really. So they then shoot the other cop in the car, and another bad guy knocks John out with a fire extinguisher. He's in the store.
Well, the other cop thinks, let me back this car up.
Yeah.
And they're just shooting him as he's like, turn maybe.
Instead of running them
Jump
over.
out. Like he's, or just go straight
Yeah.
maybe.
Yes. They then kidnap John's wife, and Morgan shoots the gasoline, and the entire gas station explodes.
Yes.
Killing everyone except John Cena.
John Triton.
John Triton.
John Marino.
The explosion, you even see the explosion engulf John in flames.
Yeah.
He's completely covered in flames.
Yes.
And then the next shot, he's like barely hurt.
Right.
He has like a scratch on his face.
Again, you will see throughout this entire movie, he is taking haymaker after haymaker from guys twice his size,
Right.
and he doesn't bleed until the very end of the movie.
Nope.
Right.
He even gets a bottle broken over his head at one point. No blood
Like,
at
I
all.
was trying to count the times how many times this guy should have died.
Oh
Right.
my God.
At
Well,
least
repeatedly.
like 19.
Yeah.
You're about to square that. Like 19
Right,
squared.
square it.
In a second. So John then gets in the cop car. He knocks the windshield out because he can't see out of the windshield. Just fucking take the windshield out.
He takes
Which is ridiculous because
takes
then
a baton.
a minute later, he's like calling the police or something. Oh, you have it?
Here it is.
But why don't you hear...
Right.
Because the wind is going in his face as he's driving 90 to catch his wife.
Right.
Instead, it looks like there's no wind at all.
Right.
You've thrown out the windshield.
So this is the.
You wouldn't be able to see. Your eyes would be all squinty.
Oh no! This is the clip from the trailer. Like this was the trailer clip, right here.
Yeah.
Highway Patrol, this is John Triton. We have officers down in Mancy's Gas. Multiple assailants, 4 men, 1 woman, headed southbound on I-95 in a black Navigator. They have a hostage. It's my wife.
It's my wife.
It's my wife.
It's my fucking wife. Yeah, but what's her name? My wife. Can you describe her? My wife. Well, what color hair does she have? My wife. She's my wife.
my wife.
My fucking wife.
This is basic thugonomics.
So
What do you,
John,
so let us get her. No, I'll get her. You know why? I'm a Marine.
and she's my wife.
And she's my wife.
So John chases after the bad guys, and they unload on the cop car. Over under how many bullets do they fire into the car?
Oh, you counted?
And they don't hit him once.
Not fucking one.
15.
No grazes.
15? Oh my God! They like unload on the cop car,
Yeah.
like thousands of bullets.
Oh, I thought you counted. I was
No,
trying-
like thousands.
Maybe
of
they
bullets.
reloaded 15 times.
None of them hit his tires, right? None of them
No.
hit his gas.
No, well, at one point they do take out one of the tires. Doesn't slow him down a bit.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it makes him drive faster at that
Yeah.
point.
Sure.
It improves the car,
Yes.
and with no windshield, they can't shoot him. And then one of the bad guys says, "This guy's like the Terminator." And then Robert
Yeah.
Patrick's like, "What did you say?"
What is this guy? Some sort of Terminator?
Yeah.
How many other movies have referenced him as the term? I know Wayne's World did it.
Wayne's World.
Remember?
yeah.
Have you seen this boy? Ah! And they
Or-
drive away, and he walks at them like
Yeah.
a Terminator. Like
or
the-
just how many Terminator references have there been in other movies?
Right.
A lot of other Arnold movies, that's for sure.
yeah.
So they end up driving through construction, and the roof of the cop car gets ripped off. So now it's a convertible Camaro. It's convertible.
Normally you have to pay extra for those.
Finally, after 10 million bullets, the Camaro blows up and lands in the swamp as Cena jumps out of it.
Now, this started in like a pretty like seemed like New Yorkish city.
Right. No, it was in, what was it? South Carolina or something
Was
like
it?
that? Yeah.
Because like one of the guys like had like a, hey, you don't gotta worry about me.
Right.
You know.
Well, like one of the bad guys is Israeli.
Yeah.
One's black. One's just a white guy, and then it's Robert Patrick. Oh, and then a chick.
Wait,
And
what do
then
you
a
mean
white chick.
Israeli?
There was one like Israeli guy.
No.
In the beginning of the movie, he was like, Scarface, how you doing?
Oh, that guy. You're calling him Israeli?
Well, he was
He's
like
a white kid.
Well, but I thought because he had the bazooka, and then the Morgan guy was like, "Oh, a black man shoots it with an Israeli bazooka," and he's talking to that guy. So I thought maybe it was his bazooka.
Because you think he really does have an accent in the beginning of the film, but then he's just talking normal later.
Right.
Now the other guy, the good-looking tough guy, that's in the crew, he was actually on the show Spartacus. That was on
really?
Showtime, I believe.
Yeah.
Showtime, maybe. And it was an amazing show, and he was a big part of it. So when I saw him, I kind of freaked out. He's got an accent in real life, and it kind of comes out a little bit. I think it's like a Australian accent, I think is where he's from.
Yeah.
And that totally comes out.
So yeah, Cena's cop car blows up. He jumps out of it. However, the bad guys and his wife thinks that, they all think he's dead. And the wife takes it pretty well. She's just like, "Oh, you murderer!" And they're like, "Come on." She's like, "Fine." Like, it's just like,
now I gotta collect insurance.
She's not even crying. Like, it's just, you should be a little upset about it.
A little.
Then the bad guys decide their best plan is to escape on foot through the swamp.
Uh-huh.
Is that the best plan, though, really?
Not for the movie. Because
this is where
they spend the next hour walking through swampland.
You get literally like 30 minutes of filler.
Well, they couldn't go anywhere else.
I guess.
Well, no.
Why don't they just wait for the next car to come by and put the girls
hits
late?
the front of the Navigator and crashes and flips over.
Yeah, but they already showed us
the
that
tire was like bent.
But Eric, they already showed us that they'll just put the girl out there to let the next car that pulls over and hey, sexy.
Right.
I'm a hot girl and you'll do anything I want.
Okay.
Like, this is true.
So a detective shows up at the scene of the crash, and Cena's still there, and the detective immediately knows that he's John Triton. He's like, "I assume you're John Triton."
He just put a gun on him
"Yep."
first, though.
Huh?
He just turned a gun on him first.
Right, but he just knows that it's him. The detective then tells Cena, "I can't allow you to pursue him, but good luck." So, yeah. Good luck, man.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, because I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah. So then Morgan and the other bad guy that I said is Israeli get into an argument, and then Robert Patrick decides to kill the white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then his reasoning, remember his reasoning?
We always could use a
I need
crazy
a crazy guy.
But why can't you use a crazy guy and a normal guy?
Right.
I don't know.
They weren't fighting that much where you had to kill one
No,
of
they
them.
were just pushing and shoving.
Yeah.
Yes.
shoving.
So then Rome gets a phone call from another bad guy, and Rome tells him that he's not cutting this guy in on the deal anymore. But then he gets another call, and then he tells the bad guy on the phone that's like, "You motherfucker, I'm gonna fucking kill you." He's like, "Hey, can you hold on a second?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. Just take the other call."
Yeah.
And this is the other phone call.
Yeah. This is it. Yeah. Now, does that include all the premium channels and the sports package?
I mean, dumb.
Comedy.
And he just tells this guy, "Hey, you know what? No deal. You're out."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, can you hold on a second?" The guy's like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
Like, he says that. You actually hear him say that.
Yes, you do.
Why don't you just say, "Yeah, later, dick"? And by the way, who's that guy? I guess that's the cop we find out later, the revelation?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So meanwhile, John Triton is tracking them. He finds blood, footprints, I think some dog shit, and then a booby trap net that he manages to get out of. But then he gets knocked out by two guys.
No, wait. When you say he managed to get out of, the net is pulling up, and he gets a knife from somewhere,
Right.
and cuts it.
Cuts the whole thing.
Before it's completely finished going up.
Right.
And he lands and does like the superhero pose drop.
Yes.
As Deadpool likes to say.
Well, we already know that he's like faster than bullets.
Yeah.
So he might as well be faster than that
Super
booby
Cena.
trap. Yeah. So then he wakes up and he's tied to a chair while the two guys beat him up to try to get info. Cena keeps telling him that he's not a cop, but they won't believe him, so he gets out of the chair and beats the shit out of the two guys. Like, and then we never see these two guys again. It was completely pointless for this movie. Like, this movie could have been 30 minutes long, but
The
there was so
Deliverance
much
guys?
filler.
You mean?
Yeah.
They
And
have
then-
they're like, I guess they're doing drugs or
Right.
they're
It was
growing
basically-
drugs. They're growing.
But was the movie, were they like, "Hey, this movie's 5 minutes too short.
Yeah.
We need to add a 5-minute scene about two random guys that kidnap Cena."
I mean,
And again, direct haymakers.
Yeah.
By these giant. These guys are fucking huge.
Yeah.
And not one cut on
they were
his
like
face.
the guys
Right.
from the pawn shop in Pulp Fiction. Like I thought they might rape him.
Yeah, probably.
But they're way bigger than
We'll
him.
wait
though.
till Zed.
Cena's a big guy, at least wide, and these guys were bigger than him.
Yeah.
So then the bad guys take shelter in some empty bar, like by the swamp, and this is where we find out why Morgan hates rock candy so
my
much.
God.
Yeah, well, actually, I did go to camp once. I was 13 years old. And there was this camp counselor, cool, hunky,
What?
Timothy. Tim. Or as he liked to be called, Johnny Whiplash.
What?
Well, tell us, Morgan, what did this Johnny Whiplash have to offer?
Well, first, he offered friendship. Then some rock candy.
The music.
Then he offered me something that I never should have accepted.
Deliverance. They just made fun of child rape.
Yeah,
They just made light of child rape.
right.
Basically.
And
They made his character
What about the fact that
get raped?
What about the fact that he accepted his cock?
Yeah, wait, what?
I should have never sucked that dick.
Seriously, like they don't even know how to like it was such like a serious part of the movie too. Like why are we supposed to laugh at that?
I just did not understand.
And Robert Patrick's reaction was, "Good luck with that, boy."
Yeah.
Like what?
And then right after he makes this revelation that he got raped, he goes outside and gets murdered by John Cena.
Yes.
The very next scene, as soon as you start to feel bad for him, Cena stabs him in the fucking stomach.
Another brutal fight, no blood, broken glass. He
Yeah.
breaks the bottle on him, nothing.
Yeah.
And then, John Cena doesn't have to stab him.
Right.
He could just knock him out.
Yeah.
Or
He
just
stabs him
or
in
the
the
next
stomach.
guy especially. He doesn't have to
Hey,
kill him and he just kills
Cena
him.
didn't kill that guy. He walked into Cena's knife.
Right.
Right, exactly.
Cena's a murderer.
Yeah.
He is. Well, look, you steal his wife. Fuck you. I'm gonna murder you guys. I'd do the same thing.
Did this
If
movie
that was
come
my
out
wife.
in the theaters or was it?
No, it was
DVD?
in the theaters.
It was in theaters.
Yeah.
All the other ones have been DVD. though.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ted
So you know how-
DiBiase can't really get a
So-
theatrical release.
When Morgan went outside,
Yes.
and Cena was around, the music was very like, "Hi, I'm the girl that is going to go outside for something, and then here comes Jason." I really thought that. I'm like, why are the roles reversed? Like, why are we like worried for Morgan
Right.
that John Cena's going to kill him? And if you do a little research, the writer of this movie wrote 5 Jason movies. 5. Like that is
Oh my God.
ridiculous. He wrote all these horror movies. Like, why do you
It's true.
Why do you think Robert Patrick comes back again at the very end, all bloody?
Oh my god.
Horror movies.
Seriously, John Cena is Jason.
I say the guy. It's Michelle Gallagher. Although I think it's kind of like, Michelle Gallagher.
Seriously, yeah, you're right. John Cena is Jason. That's what this movie is.
Yeah. He can't die.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, poor Morgan, he's just evil because he got raped by a honky, I mean, we've all been there, right?
That cracker ass cracker.
So then one of the other bad guys, Bennett, goes to check
Sorry,
on...
I'm sorry. Sorry, just to correct myself. So there were 2 writers. It wasn't Michelle. It was Alan McElroy. I was looking it up last night.
Okay.
He wrote Spawn, Halloween 4, Wrong Turn, The Condemned 2 that Orton did.
God.
Marine 4, Wrong Turn 5.
These are all coming.
Wrong Turn 4, Tekken, Wrong Turn 1, Wrong Turn 2, The Marine, Michael versus Jason. I don't even know that was a movie. That was a movie?
That was a movie?
They did Michael versus
That
Jason?
did not go
Click
to
on
theaters.
that one.
They didn't go to theaters.
No, I'm sure it was.
Is it coming out? Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And there's a couple other Halloween 4. There's all these scary movies on here. And then with all of these movies, Left Behind, a Christian film. What?
Who's Jason? Is Jesus Jason in that movie?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, Michael versus Jason, 2004. Oh, it was a short film that he directed.
Okay.
Dumb.
Stupid.
So after Morgan gets murdered, the other bad guy, Bennett, goes to check on him. But Cena choke slams him through some through some wood. Like, is he dead or was he just knocked out? Because
little bit of both.
He got choke slammed. So I don't know. Either
The
way,
choke slam was awesome.
yeah, it was. So then the detective shows up and he once again tells Cena, "You can't do this," and Cena's like, "I have to," and the detective's like, "Okay, fine, go do it." So Cena cuts the power to the place, and then Cena's wife Kate runs outside, but the bad girl tackles her.
Right.
But Kate ends up whooping her ass, but then she pulls a gun on her, so
Yeah.
not much she can do there. Cena then busts into the bar with the detective, but then we find out that it was me, Cena. It was me all along, Cena.
Right.
The detective is the guy that Rome cut out of the deal, so he wants his fucking diamonds too. By the way, if the big reveal's gonna be like, don't cast the worst actor for the
world.
swerve. This guy was fucking awful.
Horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Just horrible.
Underact.
Like white toast bland.
Oh my god. Like monotone. Every word he said. Hey, you're John Triton. You can't do this. Okay, fine. Go do it.
Yeah.
So Rome then tells the detective if he shoots Triton, he will give him half the diamonds. The detective then points his gun at Cena, but thankfully he's faster than the detective's trigger finger.
Yep.
Because he runs up and just grabs him. So he's faster than bullets, I guess, before he can even shoot the gun.
Before the Matrix.
Yeah, before the Matrix. Rome then shoots the detective, and Cena takes shelter behind the bar. Rome and the bad girl grab Kate and run away. The bad girl asks Rome, what happened? And he replies, a Marine showed up, that's what.
Yes.
And then he shoots a flammable gas tank, and the entire bar explodes immediately.
Yes.
As Cena jumps...
What an explosion that was.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was amazing. As Cena jumps out of the window, like, into the swamp again.
Right.
He just keeps blowing up into swamps.
Yeah.
So then they knock out Kate and throw her in the trunk of a car. But then 2 minutes later, they decide they need to steal a semi-truck
Yep.
for reasons.
Reasons.
Yeah.
For reasons.
Because it's got a bed and they're getting kind of tired.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So a cop in a boat shows up and he tries to arrest John Triton. But instead, he arrests the cop.
He does.
Steals the boat.
He's like a real cop, right? There's no indication he's bad.
Right.
Cena
Yeah.
like reverses the handcuffs.
Yes.
Puts him in handcuffs.
And then-
he should have said, "You're under arrest," and then ran off.
And then he steals the boat.
Oh.
And this is where it just gets ridiculous.
You should
No,
have
go
put
ahead.
a blindfold on him and like, you can't see me.
That's right.
Ever.
Ever. So Cena's on the boat,
Uh-huh.
yet the bad guys are driving in a semi-truck,
Yes.
and he finds them.
He catches up to them.
He catches up to them on a boat.
Yes.
Yep.
Explain that to me.
I can't.
Well, you know, he's not restricted by roads like boats are.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah.
That's right.
So he finds the bad guys. He jumps on the semi-truck. He then opens the passenger door and throws the bad girl out, and she goes flying into a bus.
Yes.
That was the coolest fucking scene.
It was.
It really was. And then all the diamonds spill out, and
The
they're all
diamonds-
covered in blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I was like, why'd the diamonds turn red? Oh, that's her blood.
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah.
Cena's even murdering women at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So then with Cena hanging on the side of the semi-truck, Rome drives through a bunch of shit, and it eventually knocks him off the side. Then Rome jumps out of the truck as it heads for some more flammable gas. But Kate's still in she's still in the truck.
What?
But luckily she's a Triton, so she can survive explosions.
Anything.
Right.
The building explodes, and the truck kind of explodes too, and the truck lands in the water, and then Kate can't get out because she's handcuffed to the truck, and the water's rising, so she's starting to drown.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
No, Kate.
no.
She's in there for at least 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, easily.
She's clearly brain dead.
So, yeah, that's
She
why
might
the
have been
movie.
before,
That's why the
though.
movie had to end immediately, right after it was. So Triton and Rome are fighting. Rome tries to chainsaw John in half, but he blocks it with a big ass wrench.
Yep.
And then more explosions allow Triton to dive into the water, grab Kate, even though she's already unconscious under the water.
Uh-huh.
He carries her out, does CPR.
Hold on, you're missing something.
Yeah,
So why can't she get out of the truck?
she's handcuffed to the poles.
So what does he do?
Oh, that's right. He rips the pole
He
off.
rips the pole off, and then when he lays her on the ground,
pole's gone.
no handcuffs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of her hands is handcuffed.
Right.
Well, he doesn't have a key.
There's no handcuffs
But by
on
the time he lays her down, no handcuff on the wrist. Come on, people.
Well, like you said, you have to fill in the holes. Clearly, as he was swimming, he ripped the handcuffs off of her.
Ripped
Yeah.
it.
He just bit
She should
it
have a
off.
stub then. Bit it off. Yeah.
Bit it off. Yeah. So she finally wakes up from the CPR. Well, actually, is it? Well, yeah. He does CPR, and
Did
then
you talk about the sledgehammer? When he hit him with the sledgehammer?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, Rome hits him right in the ribs, like hard. He doesn't do the Triple H version.
Right.
He like swings
Oh,
the
yeah.
sledgehammer, hits him right in the ribs, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Cena, perfectly fine.
Not a scratch.
This guy's Wolverine. I think they should have just called it Wolverine.
Yeah.
Well,
Nothing
and
damages him.
and Robert Patrick is the T-1000.
Yeah.
Because he shows
This is really a
back up,
superhero fight.
he grabs a chain and starts choking John with it, and his like face is like burnt. He looks like Two-Face times 2.
Yeah.
Like because his whole face is fucked up.
Again,
So-
horror writer. When there's
Right.
a horror writer, you never know when they're
It
dead.
looks like the T-1000
bad guy's never
when
dead.
his face is all fucked up. You know, it's like they were doing that on purpose.
Yep.
So John then quickly wraps the chain around Rome's neck. He throws him and then pulls the chain, breaking his neck.
Yes.
It's just immediately.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
Right.
And then he goes back to his wife and he says, "We should have went to the beach."
Right.
And then credits immediately.
I mean, obviously.
Right into credits.
Enter song for the
When he
movie
brings her
where
back to
John
life,
Cena raps in it.
Why are you dead? If you drown, why are you dead? How did you die? Water goes
lungs.
inside of your lungs.
Yeah.
So when you bring someone back from CPR, the first thing you do is all the water comes flying out of your
Right.
mouth.
No water came
And you literally throw up water.
Right.
Yeah.
No water.
Like a
came out.
gallon of water.
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not only she went, baby, and then they kiss. Like,
Yeah, seriously. What is that?
I don't know.
What are they thinking? Is she a Terminator?
Oh,
is
my God.
everyone a Terminator?
Everyone's a Marine.
Everyone's a Marine. That's right. Yeah. So that was the Marine.
That was it.
That was the Marine. Worst acting? Should we give some
Marine?
awards for the Marine?
Right, just
I'd
like
say
off
it's
the
that
cuff.
detective.
The
That
detective for
was
sure.
awful.
I gotta give it to the black guy.
The black guy?
Yeah.
Who's best acting then for this movie?
Robert
the
Patrick.
convertible?
He's a good actor. He's a really
yeah,
good actor.
he is. He had to say a lot
When
of shit.
you're
but-
forcing me to pick someone, I'll say Robert
Yeah,
Patrick.
I'll
He
go.
had to say a
The
lot.
writing was shit.
Right,
But he delivered the
exactly.
lines the way I guess you should have.
And that includes all the premium channels and the sports package?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, of course.
I wonder if because he's probably like a tough guy in real life. I wonder if he's like, are you fucking kidding me with this?
Right.
No, this will get cut. Yeah, I'll do it. This will get cut.
You getting paid. Keep
Hey,
keep acting.
remember when I got you that role in Terminator? Okay, well, I need a favor.
Right.
yeah.
Oh, James Cameron produced this movie?
Yeah. Well, it's like
No, but Michael Bay definitely did. Everything exploded.
Explosions galore.
that guy Eddie Redmayne. Like you look at the movie he did before he did the Stephen Hawking's movie.
Right.
He did like that Jupiter Ascending. It's like,
Oh, he
okay,
did?
I'll get you the Oscar movie.
Oh, no.
But you got to do this pile of
Yeah,
crap.
that's right. Shit.
right.
All right, fine.
Yes.
Because he did the shit movie, then he did the Hawking's, and then the Danish Girl, and then the Harry Potter. I mean, so
Yeah,
you know, sometimes you got to do the shit work
that's right.
to get the ones you really want.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the Marine one, and let's get into the Marine 2 right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean,
That's
I've been
eventually.
reading some of the goofs and some of the continuity errors, but
Right.
do you guys know? So here's my trivia. Okay. John Cena obviously had to be gone from WWE to shoot this movie, right?
Uh-huh.
So what was the WWE's storyline reason as to why John Cena was gone?
Oh, I don't know.
He had to go film the movie, I think.
Well, no,
Like
obviously
they didn't know
they gotta.
because they kept like giving like update, or maybe that was after he already came back.
Yeah, I think this was back when like people kept getting injured to make movies.
Yeah.
Now they don't really do.
Let me
it
just
so
tell you,
much.
you'll never get it.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were all watching it nowadays, we would know what the
Did like
storyline
JBL
was.
run him over?
To explain his absence while shooting the movie, they did a storyline where Cena was stabbed in a nightclub by Jesus, the bodyguard of Carlito.
Oh yeah.
I remember this not at all. You remember that?
Yes, I remember.
He was
Carlito
stabbed in a
having
nightclub?
That guy.
Did they show that scene like they always do?
I think so. Like
They showed him get stabbed.
You remember Jesus, the bodyguard of Carlito?
Wow.
yeah. It was
Wow.
when he was feuding with Cena. I want to say for the U.S. title.
This movie was shot 2 years before it was released.
Right.
Oh my God.
The gun that Robert Patrick carries,
Yeah.
the Jericho 941.
Interesting.
Very nice.
According to Vince McMahon, this film was originally meant to star Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
But contract negotiations fell through, or Stone Cold said, "I'm not doing this piece of shit."
I read the script and it's trash. So how much? How much was the budget for this movie? The budget for this movie.
God.
The only
5
real actor you
million.
had to pay was Robert Patrick, but there's a lot of explosions. That shit's very expensive.
Yeah. I'm going to say
Okay, I'm
20
gonna say
million.
8 million.
It was 20 million.
Wow, 20 million?
20 million.
I don't see it on the film. You
All
don't
those
see it.
explosions?
How much did it make opening weekend?
Opening weekend 3.
6.5.
7.1.
Wow.
Okay.
What was the total U.S. gross?
Oh,
It made 7 opening weekend. What was the total U.S. gross?
15.
18.
You look this up.
No.
It's 18.
Wow.
It
It
is
made 18 million.
okay.
So the movie lost 2 million.
Yeah.
Not
That's
including
better than what I thought it was gonna lose.
Right?
Yeah, seriously.
How did this movie cost 20? Was the helicopter rental expensive? Was it that
Yes.
expensive?
That's what it was.
Oh my!
But I mean,
gosh.
if look, I know this movie. What was it? 2006. In 2006, 20 million for a Hollywood movie is really.
But
wasn't that
apparently it
bad.
was filmed in 2004. It was
Yeah.
filmed
Right,
2
so
years
there-
before they
That's
released
even
it.
better.
right.
Yeah. Why did it take 2 years for it to come out?
You know, as hot as Kelly Carlson is, you know, she was such a huge star on Nip Tuck. Mm-hmm. Since Nip Tuck, like she's
been in
done
nothing.
almost
Nothing.
nothing.
She's been in nothing.
I don't
You
know
know
when she
why?
was on Melrose Place, the new version. 'Cause I
You know
remember
why?
seeing
Why
that.
is that?
She's on.
Because she did the Marine.
That's right. Yeah.
She's in
Absolutely.
an upcoming project, but it looks like it's more of a direct to, video. So weird.
Mm-hmm.
Direct to an on-demand near you.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, that's our first recap, buddies.
That is the
You have any
first.
user reviews?
Reviews. I didn't pull any up for the movie.
Yeah.
Like Amazon reviews. Let me see.
This film is great, and it doesn't involve any brain activity. Plotline is weak, yes. Acting is bad. Well, you can't expect much from such a weak plotline. What I liked about the movie is that it was not an action movie. It's a comic action movie. Just sit back and enjoy great explosions.
Pretty sure it was an action movie.
8 out of 10 stars.
8 out of 10.
They almost made fun of it to deliver that level of.
Yeah, really.
I've got another one.
Okay.
This movie is legendary. It has everything: explosions, humor, cheesy lines, hot women, and an enjoyable plot.
Hot woman.
Hot women. No, well, the other
The other
Robert
one was
Patrick.
hot.
shit
Yeah, but
was
she
pretty hot.
wasn't like doing anything.
This was not intended to be a big budget box office film. It delivers what it's meant to. If you're a fan of cheesy Arnie films from the 80s, then this is the
This
film
is
for
not
you.
it. Those are way better.
You certainly learn a lot from watching The Marine. John Cena's bulletproof. John Cena's the Terminator. South Carolina has alligators, not crocodiles. John Cena can take a whole Taliban base by himself. South Carolina possesses fridges that can still chill beers instantly. Everything blows up, and 10 out of 10.
Someone on
That's what someone
Amazon
said.
gave it 4 stars and called it this generation's Commando.
What?
Well,
Not
just
even
because he
close.
looks like Commando at the
In
beginning
the
of the film.
beginning,
the way
not
his
even
face is-
close. That movie is amazingly bad.
Yeah.
Like this was just pretty bad.
Yeah.
Someone put so bad, 2 stars. I only bought it to see Kelly Carlson, and she is the only redeeming factor in this schlock fest.
She really is.
Yeah.
Every time they showed her, it was pretty nice.
Yes. She's a feisty one in that.
When they were in the that shack,
Mhm.
right before Cena kills everybody,
Yeah.
they showed like a close up of her, and like her makeup was perfect. They've been walking the swamp all day,
Yeah,
and her makeup was absolutely perfect.
of course.
What do you think this movie was rated?
It was PG-13.
Yeah,
It had 1 F-bomb in it.
that's your PG-13.
This one said this is from Mom. This is their username on Amazon is Mom.
So it's probably a mom.
This movie, this is 4 stars. This movie had lots of actions, explosions, and fighting. John Cena seems to be an okay actor for this movie. What I didn't like was the use of the F word. Not necessary for a PG-13 movie.
Ugh.
Awesome.
Bleh.
3 stars. I guess it's all right. That's funny.
That's 3 stars.
It's okay. Yeah. Oh, man. Good stuff, guys.
So, for the Iraq intro earlier in the film, I guess a lot of people realized that was Rambo 3 footage that they used.
Oh, really?
Like the approach shot, apparently.
Oh.
All the explosions, it was all Rambo 3.
They bought Rambo 3 footage.
Yeah.
How much?
I guess it's easier to do that than
go.
go to Iraq and film some establishing shots.
I guess.
Any final thoughts on the movie? What would you rate it out of 5 stars, Eric?
Two. 2 out of 5.
I'd say like 1.5.
Out of 5, 1.5.
Yes.
Would you tell people to watch this movie?
If
I wouldn't.
if they're sitting at home and it's like a Saturday matinee on Fox, maybe.
I wouldn't.
And if they don't have Netflix or HBO or anything like that,
Yeah. Oh boy.
that's then I would recommend it.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do more of these. Not sure when we'll do the next one. Hopefully, like maybe a month later, something like that. But
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. So it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to more. I'm looking forward to doing more.
Marine.
The Marine, yes.
The Marin.
So until then,
Exactly. What
Until
we
then.
have 1 week until the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got one more recap
Hey,
to do.
You know what we'll be doing this time next week?
We'll be almost watching Bobby Roode win the NXT title.
I hope so.
Yes.
I hope
The
so.
crowd will lose their mind if he does, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he's that
Absolutely.
popular.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like a bad Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But they love
Nakamura.
Nakamura.
Nakamura is over. Yeah, he is very much over too.
Is he as good? Is he a little overrated?
I think he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he's a little.
They make it make him like he's the greatest thing.
Well,
since
because he
sliced
just
bread.
does like kicks and punches in the ring. He doesn't do wrestling moves. So
Really?
that's my issue. Yeah.
Isn't a big part of it too his introduction?
Yeah, his intro's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, his entrance is like
His entrance
whoa.
is awesome. That's like the thing I like most about him. Really, it's just really his entrance. But yeah, this Wednesday though we have to do some Royal Rumble.
Yeah, we got
predictions.
Royal Rumble
Oh my
predictions.
God.
That's gonna be
on
tough.
Wednesday's
That's gonna be
episode.
ridiculous.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Who makes it for us?
Fabio.
Fabio, don't get crazy on this. Don't make us pick exactly who's going to be eliminated and when. Maybe just say
You have
who
to pick all 30.
who will eliminate these big names, and you maybe like who will eliminate the Undertaker.
Yeah, or
Who will
like,
eliminate
who's number
Braun
1,
Strowman?
who's number 27,
And who's number 30?
And
Yeah,
who's number
27,
30?
right? The most popular number.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
The number that wins the most.
The wins
Yeah.
the most.
Nice. So until then, guys.
Or what number are these guys that they come out? But just put the big names on there.
Yeah.
Do something like that.
Right. Well, until then.
Biggest
Until-
surprise.
It's a big week. Next week
Man.
is a big week.
Yes.
Never been to the Royal Rumble. I'm a little bit worried
Yeah.
that I'm
Yeah.
not going to enjoy it in person. We'll
I
see.
think it'll be fine.
I think it'll be good.
I think it'll be
Yeah.
good, yeah. Until then, though,
I hope.
Yeah. Cool.
make sure you subscribe to our podcast on iTunes and give us a 5-star review.
5-star review.
If you don't have an iPhone, you can listen to us on the Podbean app. It's on your Android under however you guys get apps with your Androids. So
the
get it there,
Google Play Store.
I guess.
Sure.
You can also listen to the show on YouTube and check out our pay-per-view video recaps at youtube.com/ShaftedCinemaPisano. Check out our official website, which has the memes of the week, bios, and every Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and pay-per-view recap. Just go to what'swrongwithwrestling.com. Like the show on Facebook, follow it on Twitter and Instagram at Wrong Wrestling. You can also follow me on Twitter at Andrew Pisano. Joe is at Joe Pisano24 on Twitter and at Joe Pisano on Instagram. Eric is at Eric What's Wrong on Twitter. And E is 4awesome on Instagram. That's the number 4.
The number
E
4.
is 4awesome.
The numbers
Guys,
game.
let us know. We'll say this again on Wednesday when we record, but let us know if you're going to be at the Royal Rumble
Yes.
Yeah.
so we can have a little
And
gathering.
if you live in San Antonio and you know like a really cool bar to drink at after NXT, let us know.
And if you live in San Antonio and you have an extra room or 3, let us know.
Yeah. And if you live in San Antonio and your mom is really hot and wait, what? Sorry.
And
if you have a hot sister, bring her out to
Yeah. So also, you can donate to us on patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling.
Yes.
Every dollar counts, so please hook us up there. And if you want to really support the podcast, order a t-shirt on booster.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling. There's really only a few days left to get one, so do it. Please do it. I'm telling you, it's cool. It's only $20.
Do it now.
Do it right now.
do it now.
All right, we'll see you guys for some Royal Rumble predictions on Wednesday night.
See ya.
Peace out.